Tortoise and the wisdom of the world. It was a hot day in the rainforest. Willie the tortoise woke up grumbling. I had to say something, he said. Everyone seems to be getting smarter. I used to be the smartest around. It's time for me to gather up all the wisdom of the world and keep it to myself. Then I'll be the wisest of all of them. Willie looked around. He said, I wonder what will be big enough to store all of the wisdom. Then he spotted a large gourd lying on the ground under the huge kapok tree. This is perfect, he said, dragging a gourd under a bush. He hollowed out the center of the gourd, making plenty of room for all his wisdom of the world. Then he set out on his quest. He gathered the wisdom piece by piece and placed carefully in the center of the gourd. After a while, the gourd was bulging with wisdom, and Willie was sure he has collected every last bit. Now, where can I hide this gourd filled with wisdom? He wondered. Oh, he said, looking up. I will climb the kapok tree and hide it in the branches, and no one will ever find it there. Tying a vine around the gourd, Willie pulled on it and started to climb the tree. He slung the heavy gourd to one side and then to the other, but found it nearly impossible to carry it to the tree. Huffing and puffing, he stopped to think. Don't be a fool, a man's voice said from below him. He turned and saw a hunter who was laughing at him. A fool, Willie said. I'm not a fool. I'm the wisest creature in the world. Well, in that case, the hunter said, you already know that the best way to get the heavy gourd up the tree is to hang it over your back. Of course, I know that, said Willie, concerned that the hunter had more wisdom than he had had. Perhaps I dropped some wisdom out of the gourd as I was climbing, he thought. How dare the hunter help himself to some of my wisdom? Angrily, he tried to yank the vine around his neck so he could escape up to the tree and away from the hunter. But he was careless and tried to do it in a hurry. All of a sudden, the vine broke. The not-so-wise tortoise watched as the gourd fell from the tree and smashed on the ground, spilling its wisdom bits everywhere. Ever since that day, no one has been able to gather all the wisdom of the world, not even Willie. But lots of people picked up pieces, and every time they do, the wisdom of the world spreads out from one end of the earth to the another. And whenever Will is feeling a bit curious, he crawls back over the kapok tree and tries to find a bit of wisdom hiding into the grasses. One day, while searching for the best piece of the wisdom, he found the best piece of wisdom. Willie learned the best lesson of his life. It was, wisdom is greatest when it is shared.